This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When send past the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, another Knick goes down. Another one goes down, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Brunson suffered a knee injury tonight as the Knicks defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers. And man, the breaks just don't stop breaking. You know what I mean? They just don't stop breaking. Now, I do want to say, I was just listening to Brian Stutterer, MD, right? He breaks down a lot of the NBA injuries on YouTube. He seems to be pretty accurate. He did a good breakdown of Julius Randle. And Julius Randle dislocated his shoulder, and he kind of called it before we even, before it was official. And what he thinks is that Brunson didn't suffer any kind of tear or any kind of structural damage. I think he called it a perennial nerve. I don't have the exact wording, but like a perennial. I'll let you listen to him. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Perennial nerve, I think he said. Almost kind of like a funny bone type of thing. All right. So it seems to be nothing major. Thank goodness. Seems to be nothing major. I would expect that he's not going to play in the next game. Right? But it seems as though Jalen Brunson will be okay. We hope that he's going to be okay. The official word from the New York Knicks is that he wasn't going to return to the game with left knee soreness. But that soreness is probably the perennial nerve. I'm putting a link in the chat so you can check out Brian Stutterer. All right, and I just looked at this. I just checked it out just before I came on the show because I wanted to see if he had an update or what he thought about it. You know what I mean? So go check it out. He's definitely he definitely is very good. And Greg, actually, first of all, you said he was wrong about Randle not needing surgery. First of all, Randle hasn't had surgery. And he never said that Randle would not need surgery. All he said is that when you have a dislocated shoulder, you could or could not have surgery depending on the severity of the tissue and ligaments damaged when the shoulder popped out of place. That's all that he said. So you're wrong, Greg. But anyway, make sure you go check that out. All right. Kevin said you saw the video minutes after the injury. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. And he's able to look at how people land, the way your body shifts and things like that to kind of, give his estimation of the possibilities of an injury. PV, yes. Stutterer. I thought it was Stutterer, but yes, that's him. Hopefully things are going to be fine with Jalen Brunson because the Knicks don't need any more injuries. You know what I mean? They don't need any more injuries whatsoever. But even with the injury tonight, the Knicks were able, ladies and gentlemen, to pull off a victory versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. This was a very good victory tonight. And a lot of guys stepped up big time against the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. A big win for the New York Knicks. All right. They remain in the 4th seed after tonight's win. All right. They came into the game tied with the Philadelphia 76ers, although they have the tiebreaker over the 76ers. They came into the game tied with them All right, both teams were 35-25. The Knicks were in the 4th seed. The Knicks leave tonight, half game above the Philadelphia 76ers. Again, the Knicks own the tiebreaker. All right, but they leave the game 36-25, still in the 4th seed. They gain a little bit of ground on Cleveland. Cleveland fell to the 3rd seed tonight after losing to the Knicks. The Knicks are still, 3.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, and it seems as though it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher for the Knicks to be able to climb in the standings. But they did their job tonight. And that's exactly what we needed from the Knicks. Listen, it seems to me like this matchup, the Knicks just match up very well against Cleveland. Right? The Knicks, for the most part, for a while in the first half, they dominated the game, and then Cleveland came back. And then in the second half, they took another 15-point lead, but Cleveland came back. They couldn't come all the way back. And, guys down the stretch hit some big shots. Deuce hit some big shots. Josh Hart hit big shots. DiVincenzo, Bogdanovich, all these guys hit some big shots tonight to lead the Knicks to victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let me get to my guy, Spree. Spree, what's popping with you, my brother? How you feeling?
Well, Sam, I'm feeling a little bit better, but I was probably like you, where the game didn't matter to me for the first 30 minutes of it, where I was just in a weird feeling because nobody was really giving me updates, and I was having to rely on non-doctors on Twitter.
Right.
And then, I was kind of inspired by what the Knicks did in the second half. I got into it. I think Jalen's going to be okay. I think he may need a week. He may need 2 weeks. But, Sim, there's a video going around where he bumps knees, I think, with Hartenstein earlier. I don't know if it was the same player. Did you see that video?
I did not.
Okay. I think he may have bumped knees with Hartenstein coming off a screen early, and then that's why it looks so funny, because there was no contact when he went up on that.
I really have to look at it.
What do you think?
Well, you know what? I'm going to refer to. I was talking to everyone about the MD Brian Stutterer, and when you look at the video, he kind of breaks down and he looks at the way the knee moved after it became apparent that it hurt. And he said from the way that the knee moves, he thinks there could have been some slight contact. That's just his opinion, that there could have been some slight contact because the knee wouldn't move that way naturally.
So he thinks there was slight contact going up on that shot.
Yeah, or either going up on the shot. He thinks there was some slight contact.
I have to look at that again. Okay. I couldn't tell with that. So
he breaks it down. If you go look at the video, he does break it down and slow it down so that you can look at it. I was only able to listen because I was setting up the show. Right? But
no, I hear
you. If you go take a look at it, I'm sure he breaks it down where you can see, if there was really some contact or not.
I'll just say this. I don't know. Okay, so let me make this comment. I know Jalen Brunson hasn't been a Knick for a long time, but I do believe, I've seen him go down, nothing like this. Obviously, a lot of people step on his feet in the playoffs, and, I think he is a pretty pain-tolerant type of dude. So I know he's hurting and sore. I think it was the right decision, of course, not to bring him back. I was scared he was going to be out for the year, and let's hope the MRI tomorrow is also big, the MRI, because they're going to do an MRI. But, Sim, do you agree with me? Brunson can handle pain pretty well for compared to the average NBA player, in your opinion?
Oh, yeah. He handles pain very well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely
So
is.
he's just got to ice up. We got to put him on ice. I know we can, I know we want to win every game, but I can't. We need this guy healthy. We all know it. I just hope the MRI doesn't show anything that, is different than what the X-ray and whatever they did.
Hopefully.
So
hopefully.
Yeah, and I want to just say this. I thought tonight Hartenstein's passing at the top of the key was really good. Even Precious, I thought Precious played off people really well. And I thought Hart, for as much hate as Josh Hart gets for shooting the threes, and granted, he's not the greatest three-point shooter. He does make occasionally a big, that was a big shot.
He made a key one tonight.
That was a big shot.
He made a big one tonight. Yeah, no doubt about that. Josh Hart with the triple-double made a big three tonight. And this was a big game tonight for the Knicks.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Game.
I mean, think back in the day. I don't know what Chris Childs shot from three. I need to go back. But, watching some of those playoff games, the ball just seemed to gravitate him when he played off people where he would just make big shots. And teams will leave Josh Hart open, but when you really need it, in a scramble mode type of play, Josh Hart did make that big three in the playoffs too against Cleveland. You know?
Yeah, he did. He made a big three tonight, grabbed Donovan Mitchell's chain on the way past him, right in front of the Cleveland Cavaliers bench.
Right.
But listen, the win is great. I'm really, really glad we got the win. Obviously, the Jalen Brunson injury kind of overpowers and overshadows the Knicks win tonight.
No, I agree. It should. I mean, this was impressive. I mean, we just got to hope, man. I mean, the Brunson thing is obviously at the forefront because we can't win without Brunson. But tonight, for one game, I thought Dante, too. I mean, man, Dante DiVincenzo has been terrific. I don't know where you rank him, Sim, as far as signings, but he's been awesome.
He's been a great signing for the Knicks. He's been a really good signing for the Knicks, man. I mean, and immediately when Brunson went out the game, Dante started scoring. And I'm not saying he did it just because Brunson was out, but the ball bounced his way and he started knocking down shots. You got to give it up for Deuce tonight. He stepped in, played 47 minutes and 13 seconds tonight. Basically, he came in for Brunson and he didn't come out.
He didn't come out. No, I mean, he played the whole way, which is not easy to do, and you got to give Miles McBride love for 47 minutes. But when we signed Dante, Sim, did you know he was this good?
I knew he was good. I didn't think he was good as we were seeing. But I always liked, even coming out of college, I was hoping that the Knicks that year, that season would find a way to be able to draft him. Mm-hmm. I always just liked his style of play, his ability to shoot the basketball. Back then, I thought, maybe this guy might have a chance to pop.
Mm-hmm.
He got in the league. He did what he did when he came to the Knicks. I had a lot of conversations as to whether or not he would be a starter, and if this could be a season that, he took some leaps forward. I'm not saying all-star leaps forward, but leaps forward. For him to be able to do what he's done since Julius Randle's been out, I didn't know he was that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I liked him too, but I think he's exceeded my expectations. Like the things that I didn't realize about Dante that you can only know by watching him every game when he's on your team is he does these things where on defense where he pokes the ball, he gets the deflections, but he's also very good at he crashes and. Obviously, Josh Hart's a better rebounder than him, but Dante will not give up on those plays at the end. He'll either crash or he'll put his body on a bigger Mobley or who's the other dude for the Cleveland? Allen. He had one play where he was bumping Allen around, and he's much smaller than Allen.
Yeah, Dante.
He's strong. Dante's got strength that you wouldn't think Dante is as strong as he actually is. He has strength.
Yeah, Dante is. He just plays hard. He just plays hard, works hard. He normally makes smart decisions. Every once in a while, he'll do something a little bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you can live with that because he gives you production on both sides of the floor. He gives you hustle, and that's how the Knicks right now are, staying competitive in basketball games through hustle.
Right.
defense. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah,
they stay
I'm
competitive.
with you.
You know, and Dante is one of those guys that's, you know, he's in the epitome of hustle, defense, and he can shoot the ball.
Are you worried about Burks, or you think he'll be okay? I'm not worried about him.
I think Burks is going to end up being okay. I think he'll be okay. Now, I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
When what's his name comes in, Burks might lose some minutes. Not right now. Not if Brunson's out.
Mm-hmm. Shake Milton?
Shake Milton. When Shake comes in, Burks, you know, if he ain't getting it done, he might lose some minutes to Shake.
I got you.
You know?
I mean, that's fair.
Burks played 11 minutes tonight. 11 minutes tonight. You know what I mean? Shake comes in, and Shake comes in ready to hoop, ready to play. And, you know, we all know, we've seen Shake Milton have some big nights in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he comes in and he's ready to play, yeah, Burks could lose minutes to Shake Milton.
It's a good problem to have. The more player, I mean, like, if Burks doesn't have it, you can go to a Milton. Milton could take his minutes. I'm fine with that. I still think Burks, you know, in limited doses, I still think he can make some big shots, just like a Bogdanovich. I know he does some crazy stuff, and it's looking even crazier without our real team. I get it, Sim, and he has not played that great. I'm going to admit that. I'm the biggest Burks guy. I still think Burks can make a big shot in the playoffs. I believe that, but we'll see. You know, we just gotta find a way to survive this, man.
We gotta find a way to survive. That's what it is. We will survive. We gotta find a way to survive.
Yes.
You know, find a way to survive.
I just want to see this team. Sim, this is all I'm asking. If we lose, we lose in the playoffs. But I just want to see this team fully healthy in the playoffs, because I don't want to go through a whole off season of like what were we this year without our guys. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
And I think you're the same way.
Yeah, I think everybody is. You know, people want to be able to see, you know, what this team is when fully healthy. Now, do I think we'll get a chance to see it next year? I do. It's going to come down to Isaiah Hartenstein and Alec Burks. If they're back, you know, I think people are probably more concerned about Hartenstein than Alec Burks. You know, but Bogdanovich is going to be with the team. Deuce McBride, you know, he's got his contract. Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Brunson, Randall. OG's going to get his contract. So we will get a chance to see this team next year and what they look like. But I don't want to see it next year. I'd like to see it this year. But also, I don't want to rush anybody back. I want people to be healthy.
I agree. I don't want to bring Randall too soon or Brunson and they just get hurt again. I'd prefer to take as much time as you need. If we lose, we lose with the guys we have. But I agree with you. I do not want to rush anything. I
don't want to rush
just because of the regular season. I also wanted to say this. Sim, Cleveland is still soft. I'm sorry. We match up. When you watch us against them, there's just certain, you even said it before I got on here, I agree with you. There's certain matchups, you own a team. We own this team. I understand Donovan Mitchell didn't play, but as long as we're healthy, I don't fear Cleveland, man. Evan Mobley and Allen, to me, I'm not saying they're not good players. They are good players, Sim, but our bigs can handle those guys.
Yeah. You know, this is a team that the Knicks just match up with really well. Spree, I appreciate it, man.
Right, man.
Thank you for your time.
Tim, hang in there, man. We just got to leave it to the professionals with the doctors. I'll take a look at that video, though. Thank you.
Yeah, take a look at it. He is a professional. Take a look at it. It's pretty good.
Have a good night, my man.
All right, peace.
Thanks. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you join us this Sunday coming up, March 10th, at the Garden. The Knicks versus this Philadelphia 76ers. Big playoff race matchup. All right, so make sure you check us out. I'll be there. Steph will be there. Tony will be there. Andy's going to be there. He's going to be in town. Big Bubba will be there. A lot of people's going to be there. The link, ladies and gentlemen, is tagged to the top of your YouTube chat. All right, so please make sure that you come check us out. I think you will definitely enjoy yourself. Tickets are $220 a piece. Section 224 or Section 227. All right, we'll have a pregame shoot around. We'll do some pre and post game podcast at Legends. You know, it's an early game, 6 o'clock game, so we got a little bit more time to hang out. So please make sure you join us again. The link is at the top of your YouTube chat, ladies and gentlemen, and it's also in the description of this video. All right, and I'll make sure that I put it into the YouTube chat once again, and I'll announce it once again. But anyway, tonight, the Knicks were led in scoring by Donte DiVincenzo, 28 points tonight. As soon as Jalen Brunson went out, he took over scoring. All right, I think he was 5 for 10 from the three-point line in the first, or 5 for 10 from the field in the first quarter. He was 6 for 10 from the three-point line, or 6 for 14 from the three-point line overall. All right, so Donte DiVincenzo definitely stepped up tonight in the absence of Jalen Brunson, the unplanned absence of Jalen Brunson. Behind Donte DiVincenzo was Bogdanović. Bogdanović had 20 points tonight, 8 for 15 from the field, 1 for 6 from the three-point line. If he knocked down a few more of those threes, he'd be somewhere 26, 28 points or something like that. Right? But Bogdanović, and if Brunson is going to be out for a little while, a game or two, I'm, not expecting, from what we just saw, or for those who watch Brian Sutter watch his video, you wouldn't expect he's going to be out for an extended period of time. Well, let's hope that he's not going to be out for an extended period of time. But if Brunson is going to be out, Bogdanović is going to have to step up, play more minutes. Bogdanović tonight, 30 minutes. Step up, play more minutes, and produce offensively. Of course, he's going to have to produce defensively, but he's definitely going to have to produce offensively. Right? And you know what? Tom Thibodeau, he's got to play him. He's got to put him on the floor. Definitely has to put him on the floor now, because if Brunson is out, you know what I mean? Who's going to be there? Who's going to score the ball? Right? Who else is going to score the ball besides DiVincenzo? You need someone else who can create a shot. He's the next guy that can create a shot. The next guy. I just put the link in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks vs. Sixers, March 10th with the NBK fam. You know who's going to be there. Make sure that you check it out. All right, would love to see you at the game this upcoming Sunday. Still got tickets available. John says Shake Milton. Yeah, Shake Milton. I forgot about Shake Milton, John. Yeah, Shake Milton is coming. So, he's going to help big time. Big time. He's going to help. You know what I mean? So yeah, there you go. You're right. He's one that'll be able to score the ball. Help us score the basketball. Josh Hart with a triple-double, 13 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists. He played a tremendous basketball game. He played 45 minutes. Shot 41% from the field, shot 50% from the three-point line, knocked down a big three in the fourth quarter. There was one time when, he was isolated, and I'm like, that's really not the guy we want to isolate. I know he just knocked down a big three, but he's not the guy you want to isolate with. It didn't work out on that possession, but, the Knicks obviously won the basketball game. But 13 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists for Josh Hart. And the Knicks are going to need Josh Hart to do this every single night right now. Every time the Knicks step up on the floor. And the Knicks are stepping into games with just the mentality that, forget it. We don't care, who's here, who's not here. We got to take who's out here on the floor. We're going to play hard, and we're going to win. And we're going to try to win. It's like they believe that they can beat anybody now still with who's on the floor, no matter what. They believe it. They believe they're good enough. And we're going to see if guys can step up like Deuce stepped up tonight. 16 points for Deuce tonight. 5 assists. 6 for 15 from the field. 4 for 9 from the three-point line. Deuce has been tremendous shooting the three all season long. And now, if Brunson can't go, Deuce might play 48 minutes until Shake Milton gets here. He played 47 minutes and 13 seconds tonight. And played tremendous basketball on both sides of the basketball. Knocked down a big three in the fourth quarter to kind of put the game away for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Deuce for a guy who's been up and down in the rotation. You know what I mean? Have a good game and then taking out the rotation. Couldn't hit shots when he first came into the league. All of that. For him to stay steady, stay ready, continue to play defense, continue to work, and then to come in, have a performance like he did tonight. A solid performance. Played 47 minutes. Like I said, played on both sides of the basketball. That's big for the Knicks, and that's great for Deuce. You love to see it from Deuce. He had a couple of moves there, especially in the first half where he broke down the defense and went to the basket. The more time that he's going to get, the more comfortable he's going to get. And Tom Thibodeau better not snatch him out the lineup. You can't snatch him out the lineup. You know what I mean? You're depending on him right now. He's paying you dividends. You know what I'm saying? So when people get back, the team gets healthy. You know what I'm saying? Give him that respect of being one of your guys, one of your rotation guys, because he deserves it right now. He deserves it. 16 points, 5 assists tonight for Deuce. Precious, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein, he only played 22 minutes. Now, if Isaiah Hartenstein is this season, if he's able to get up to 30 minutes, that'd be a big help for the Knicks. But 8 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds for Hartenstein. Almost a triple-double for Isaiah Hartenstein. If he would have played 7 more minutes, he might have had a triple-double. $20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Bogdanović. I think I said that already. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were led in scoring by Darius Garland. He had 19 points, 5 assists. They were led in scoring by Sam Merrill. He had 21 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He was knocking down threes, 7 for 13 from the three-point line. And then it was Darius Garland, who had 19 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Jared Allen had 18 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. Evan Mobley had 13 points, 13 rebounds. Isaac Okoro had 17 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds, but just not enough for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, obviously, they didn't have Donovan Mitchell, but I don't care because the Knicks didn't have anybody. The Knicks were down 4 starters. So you can talk about Donovan Mitchell not being there all you want. It don't matter. The Knicks were down 4 starters. Coming into the game, they were down 3 starters coming into the game. Left the game down 4 starters. So, I don't want to hear anything about Donovan Mitchell. Love Donovan Mitchell and all of that, but I don't want to hear anything about him because, the Knicks took care of business. You know what I mean? And I mean, from the way I look at it with this matchup, even if Donovan Mitchell was there, if Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson were there, I don't think it matters. I think the Knicks still win this basketball game. I think just the Knicks have the psychological edge over the Cleveland Cavaliers, in my opinion. They just got it. And I don't think I don't know if Cleveland can beat the Knicks. You know what I mean? They got a better record, all that kind of stuff. I just don't think they can beat them. I think the Knicks have the psychological edge. They're tougher. They're more aggressive. They're meaner. You know what I mean? We match up against them in the playoffs. I think we do the same thing. We win. I think we win. Looking at the game stats, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks, 32 assists tonight. 8 steals, 9 blocks, only 9 turnovers for the Knicks. They shot 48.8% from the field. They shot 41% from the three-point line. Only 70% from the free throw line. All right, the Knicks, 42 points in the paint. Cleveland, 38. The Knicks, 8 second chance points. Cleveland, 7. And 11 fast break points for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. But the big news is Jalen Brunson. That's the big news on tonight. Jalen Brunson, who suffered a knee injury, which, when you look at the video from the naked eye, looks like it was a non-contact knee injury. Without a doubt, it looks like it's non-contact. Again, I'll bring up Brian Sutterer, MD again. Go check out the video on YouTube. Very good. He thinks maybe there was a little bit of contact somewhere. Either way, it's an injury to another player of the New York Knicks that the Knicks definitely did not need. No way that the Knicks need more injuries. Especially to Jalen Brunson. All right, but hopefully the Knicks or the NBA, whoever it was, just said that it was well, they didn't say what it was. There's nothing official yet, but said he was unlikely or not going to return to the game due to knee soreness. I guess we'll get more information tomorrow. More information tomorrow. You know what I mean? But the Knicks pull out a very big win tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Very big win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their next opponent is the Atlanta Hawks. Okay? I mean, this Hawks team, it hasn't been very good this year. There's going to be a chance for the Knicks to win this basketball game, I think. With or without Brunson, I think the Knicks will have a chance to win. It'd be nice for the Knicks to get 2 wins in a row. All right, it's been up and down, win 1, lose 2. Right, they've maintained this 4th seed. They want to maintain the 4th seed. If they want to keep it, they got to continue to win. Orlando won tonight. Right, they're now 35-26, just 1 game behind the New York Knicks. All right, Miami's 34-26, a game and a half behind the Knicks. Indiana's 34-28. 2.5 games behind the Knicks. So the Knicks got to find a way to keep winning basketball games, but it's not going to be easy, right? They play Atlanta on March 5th. They play, which is in a couple of days, they play Orlando on March 8th. That's going to be a big game. That's a huge basketball game right there. Depending on where we are in the standings at that point in time, whichever team wins could move up to the 4th seed. Again, the Knicks are just 1 game above the Orlando Magic, and the Magic already own the tiebreaker over the Knicks. That's a critical basketball game. The Knicks got to find a way to grind it out and get that win. You're not going to get the win and win the matchup, the series matchup, the tiebreaker, but you'll hold them off. You'll drop them down a game. So if you're already a game above them, you'll now be 2 games above them. Right? So the Knicks need to get that win versus Orlando on March 8th. I got that one circled. That's going to be a big basketball game. Then March 10th, the Knicks versus Philly. It'll be on ESPN. But I hope you're in the building with me, International Andy, Tony, Steph, E-Rule, Big Bubba. Hope you're in the building with us, ladies and gentlemen, to come check out this basketball game. All right? And chill with the crew. It's going to be a good time. Still got tickets remaining. Again, it's pinned to the top of your YouTube chat. I'm putting it in the chat right now. It's also in the description of the video. All right, so check out the tickets. Make your purchases now. All right, because time is running out to make those purchases, ladies and gentlemen. Time is running out. But yeah, that's going to be a big basketball game because, again, the Knicks are just a half game above Philadelphia in the standings. And then the Knicks turn right around and play Philadelphia again on March 12th. All right, and, that's going to be another big game. I mean, the remainder of these games, especially with the Knicks being injured, the remainder of these games are critical for the Knicks. Critical. You know what I mean? King Ribby said that's his birthday. He'll be there. Hopefully you're going to be there with us. Hopefully you're going to be there with us. All right. If not, then, we'll catch you there. All right. But we'd love for you to be there with us. Again, the link is in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Maybe we can hit you up with a little bit of a birthday discount or something like that. You know what I mean? Here's my email. hit me up. We can talk. S. Russell at nothing-but-knicks.com. Yeah. But, it's a big win for the Knicks, man, tonight. It was a big win. Shake Milton's on the way. Listen, Shake Milton's not a savior, but he's much needed right now. He's much needed right now. You know what I mean? I didn't get a chance to jump on and talk about where I think he's going to fit in, but I'll talk about it now. I think he's going to take some of, if not all of, Alec Burks' minutes. Maybe not right from the beginning, but I think eventually he takes those minutes because Alec Burks ain't getting it done. He's not getting it done. You know what I'm saying? So what else can you do? You know what I mean? Alec Burks ain't getting it done. Shake Milton, he's a guy that we've seen have big games in the league. He plays defense. He's fairly young. He's 27. He's got a 7-foot wingspan. Right? So he's a prototypical type of Tom Thibodeau guy. Now, he's only giving you 4.7 points per game this season or something like that. But I think he'll find a spot here with the Knicks and figure out a way to contribute with the Knicks. You know what I mean? And I think he's going to be, I think he's going to help out. For real. I think he's going to help out a lot. Because right now, the Knicks are just kind of in dire straits when it comes to injuries and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to Shake Milton coming. Listen, I'm not expecting that he's going to play right off the bat, get mad minutes right off the bat. But at some point, I think he's going to work his way into the lineup, get minutes, probably take minutes away from Alec Burks. I don't see him taking minutes away from Deuce. I think Tom Thibodeau trusts Deuce right now. He knows he's going to play defense. He knows that, Deuce is starting to open up on the offensive side. You know what I'm saying? So I think, Deuce is gonna stay there, and especially if Jalen Brunson is out for a little while, then Deuce is gonna be that starting point guard. You know what I mean? So that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we are. I don't know what to say. We keep having guys go down. It's one of those stretches. And I know everyone's going to look and you're going to take the opportunity to blame Tibbs or blame the front office or whatever it is. I just don't agree. Injuries are part of basketball. You know what I'm saying? We've had some freak injuries. You know what I'm saying? OG played with the Knicks for 10 games, and he got injured. And he played most of the season with the Toronto Raptors. You can't blame that on Tibbs. I disagree with you, PV. You know what I'm saying? It happens every year to teams all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to get into the whole argument tonight because I have a 2-hour ride. So I'm not going to get into the argument. You know what I mean? I'll get into that argument with you guys tomorrow or Wednesday, one of the two, depending on if I get on during the day. You know what I'm saying? I got some things going on tomorrow. But I'll have that argument with you. PV, Greg, Sean Richardson, whoever else. Because I don't think it is. Sean said, if you think Thibodeau is going to know how to use Shake Milton, then you're delusional. I'll give it 3 games before he's warming up the bench as much as Jacob Toppin is. Well, if you think the reason why Tom Thibodeau wouldn't use Shake Milton is because he's not using Jacob Toppin, then I'm not even going to entertain this argument. Seriously. I don't look at Jacob Toppin and say he deserves to be this or he deserves to be that. Tom Thibodeau's style is that you're going to work your way up the ranks, and that's what he does. And I don't think Jacob Toppin is, he's just getting into G League. Okay, a lot of guys have dropped 30 in the G League. You know, and I ain't even trying to diss Jacob Toppin. But if your argument is that he's not going to use Shake Milton because he hasn't used Jacob Toppin, I ain't even gonna entertain the argument. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say that Jacob Toppin is ready to play in the league. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. PV, go back and look at Derrick Rose's injury and you tell me if that was stress-induced. It wasn't. I watched it happen. You know what I mean? But I'll let you guys have it. I'm not going to argue with you tonight because I'm getting ready to hit the road. I got a 90-minute ride, but I want to get on. Whether or not the Knicks won or lost, I was going to get on tonight. You know what I mean? Going to get on tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Jalen Brunson, hopefully he's going to be back. Within a couple of, hopefully, he'll probably take 1 or 2 games off. You know what I mean? I would expect for him not to play against Atlanta. I wouldn't want him to play against Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Might as well let the knee rest. The Knicks, it's not going to be easy against Atlanta, but, we can compete with the group that we have. They just got to figure out a way. Hopefully Shake Milton will be there by that time. I don't know, when he clears waivers or anything like that. I've got to go check that out. I've been kind of incognito a little bit over the past couple of days. So I got to go make sure I check it out. But yeah, sit Jalen Brunson against Atlanta. Let him rest that knee. See what we can do against Atlanta. It's definitely an important game. Atlanta right now is in the play-in. The Knicks are trying to avoid being in the play-in. So every game is important. Every game is big, right? Because it does have, playoff. It's going to help to determine your seeding every game right now. Atlanta's 10th in the Eastern Conference, 26-34, right? So they're battling to stay above Brooklyn. Brooklyn is 24-36, so Atlanta's 2 games above Brooklyn. They've lost 2 in a row. They don't want to drop below the 10th seed. So that's going to be a battle, especially without Jalen Brunson, without Julius Randle, without OG, so on and so forth. But I think the Knicks can get that win too, without those guys. You know what I mean? I think they can get that win. But ladies and gentlemen, sorry I have to cut this one short, but I do have to get on the road. And maybe I'll be able to jump on tomorrow during the day. I'll have to do it before 3 p.m. if I'm going to do it. You'll get the notification if I am, because I'm pretty sure there's some people that got some more things they want to say to me. PV, Sean, Greg, whoever else. I'm happy to be there for it. Let's have a nice debate. Let's have a nice discussion. Anyway, I'm out. Make sure that you check out the tickets that are available for the Knicks vs. Sixers on March 10th. All right, a lot of people's going to be there. I hope to see you there. All right, the Knicks are the tickets are $220 per ticket. Sections 224, 227. All right, there's about 10 tickets left. All right, there's about 10 tickets left. So, if you're going to get them, make sure you get them. RG, the OG, said we need a Lucius Lounge for this game. Unfortunately, I can't do one tonight because we got to get on the road, but Tony is hopefully going to do one tomorrow. All right. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully we can, Tony will get that one in tomorrow. And the Grill said, sure, blame Tiz for all injuries. Wildin'. And I'm going to end the show on that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to end it there. You right. They wildin' out there. They wildin'. Anyway, get your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench.